Men trap women with babies. Deontay Kyle talked about this, but I kind of want to talk about it too. Growing up, I was led to believe that women were out here trapping men with babies like it was some sort of epidemic. And then when I got older, I realized that men aren't the ones being trapped. It's women.
Are you just finding out? So write in the comment section if you are just finding out that these men are out here trapping women with babies. Because media, society, everyone would want us to believe that women are the ones who are desperate for marriage, for children. So we are the ones who tend to trap these men with babies because we are incentivized by it. Men don't want marriage, they don't want children. So why would they trap a woman with a baby? Women, on the other hand, are baby crazy and they want that ring. So they are obviously the ones who are out here trapping these men with babies in order to get these men to marry them. But a closer look at the whole situation will make you understand that no, the opposite is actually the case. It is these men who are out here trying to trap women with babies. And when you think of it, a man can't get trapped with a baby because that man can simply leave. Yes, society allows for men to just opt and leave. Even if you are married to that man can still just leave you with that baby and go on with his life. Women, on the other hand, women are the ones who are actually being trapped with that baby because they're the ones who have to get pregnant. All that man needs to contribute to making that baby is get his pleasure and he's gone. But women have to go through pregnancy, and then after pregnancy, we need to go through childbirth. And then after childbirth, let's be honest, most of the early sustenance of a child is dependent solely on that mother. And even after the early stages, women are still expected to provide most of the child care and child rearing of children. So who really is getting trapped with that baby? Let's get right into the video.
Men trap women with babies. Deontay Kyle talked about this, but I kind of want to talk about it too. Growing up, I was led to believe that women were out here trapping men with babies like it was some sort of epidemic. And then when I got older, I realized that men aren't the ones being trapped. It's women. Let's start with the fact that to a lot of men, childbirth is punishment. Most men don't want to be fathers. They want to make you defunct. And they do this through childbirth. Offset said, I win. I made you a baby mama. And that's when it clicked. Men don't want babies. They want symbols of conquest. They want trophies to be able to say, I did that. I was there. They want other men to look at you and see you as something that has been conquered. It's a sick and twisted game that they play with women. Does he say he wants to have a baby with you? Or does he say he wants to be a father, right? Because that's going to tell you everything. I've never been trapped with a baby. So if you are a woman that has experienced that or knows somebody that experienced that, give advice to the younger generation. How to tell that a man is wanting to trap you with a baby. I'll try to respond to as many of those comments as possible because this is something that we need to know. We need to get the word out.
Why are you telling me you might be pregnant? Is this like you trying to trap me?
I need all the men to come to the front of the congregation. Let's chat. Adult activity is a 3-component thing. Number 1 is for pleasure. Number 2, for bonding. Number 3, reproduction. At least that's how I see it. But see, a lot of y'all fellas, y'all just want the number 1. Y'all just want the good feeling and the pleasure, and that's it. And a lot of y'all don't care that it's a bonding mechanism, even though y'all have a adult activity with the same person. It bonds you to another person. And baby, that's how you make babies. It's for reproduction. So y'all sit here and say, oh, she trying to trap me. She knew I want no baby. Okay, but when you signed up to do adult activity with her, the reproduction is a part of the mix. And y'all try to act like it's not, like the baby just came out from the sky or she just put it in herself. You were complicit. Stop acting like you wasn't.
That man was the one who really traps her with that baby. Yes, he's out here crying, oh, woe is me, you are pregnant, how can you be pregnant? I told you I don't want to have a baby, how can you do this to me? Oh, poor me, you've trapped me. That man is the one who intentionally trapped her with that baby. Because the thing with men, the thing you need to understand with men is that men project a lot. Men project a lot of their negative behavior, feelings, and attributes onto the women in their life or women in general. If a man is cheating on you, that man is going to go on and on and on about how you are the one cheating on him and how you are the one who constantly needs to reassure him in the relationship that you are not cheating. If men have some kind of negative feeling, maybe they are lonely, they are going to be like, No, I'm not lonely. I'm not lonely. You are lonely. Yes, you are lonely. That's why we are seeing a situation where men are literally going through a loneliness epidemic. Their situation is so grave that it's being called an epidemic. But these men are out here on social media and everywhere hounding single women and going on and on about how women are lonely, how single women are the ones who are going to be cat ladies and who are going to die alone. That said, bringing it back home, most of these men who claim to be baby trapped are the ones who actually baby trapped the women in their lives. Yes. This reminds me of a Reddit story where the OP grew up hearing their father go on and on and on about how their mother baby trapped him into getting married, only for she to discover years later that no, it was the father who baby trapped the mother instead. It was the father who intentionally poked us in their condom in order to get the OP's mother pregnant, because the OP mother had a better job in another state and he was afraid that she would move to that new state and forget about him.
What? Why would you do that? Huh?
But women are the ones scared of being alone, right? It's women who are afraid of dying alone, not men. But they're coming out and telling us that. I don't believe y'all. Never believed y'all. If you weren't so afraid of being alone, why do you need to trap somebody with a baby? Huh? Why are you doing that? And don't worry, I'm 10 steps ahead of y'all. Whitney, women do it too. Women do it too. Yeah, y'all are both equally as sick in the head. Both men and women. Y'all equally sick. Y'all both sick. Trapping people with baby because your dad's scared of being alone. Get a grip. Go to therapy if you're that scared. Y'all are using babies as weapons because you don't want somebody to leave you. Maybe you should be a better person and they won't leave you. I don't know, just a thought.
I don't like it, but I understand why men trap women with babies. For those of y'all don't know, that's a thing. Like, I've had plenty of homies tell me, like, hey, man, I'm gonna get her pregnant. Then she's stuck. Crazy work. But though I don't like it, I understand why. Because if you have a baby with me, say me, and I start tripping out, I start doing weird stuff, I start cheating, I start lying, as long as that baby is still, in effect, you always gotta mess with me. I know plenty of women who have babies with dudes that's terrible, trash, garbage, right? And I'll date them and we'll break up for whatever reason. What happens is me and that person separate, but the baby daddy, he's still got access forever. He's still in the mix forever. And to be honest with you, I'm just being honest, if I'm a good guy, so if you told me, like, hey, Rome, if you really care about this woman, like, yeah, you really want to be with this woman, yeah, all you gotta do is get her pregnant, bro. That would be I don't know, man. I don't know. That would be a tough thing. And if I was a trash individual, like I had no moral compass, I would definitely put that in consideration. I would be like, all right. Because you got to deal with that dude forever. I mean, there are some women that just like cut it off and they're done. But a lot of women, they'll just keep trying to make him a dad or keep talking to him, and all they did was be at the right place at the right time. Everything about them is trash. Every single aspect about them is trash. They shouldn't talk to them. They shouldn't be around them. But I know plenty of girls still talk to their baby daddy no matter what. He can cheat, lie, whatever he want to do. You still gonna talk to him. Just because he was at the right place at the right time. Crazy work. It's definitely not beneficial to be a good man. I'm getting less and less fucking energy to do it anymore. Dead ass.
He definitely isn't going to keep being a good man for long, considering how he's speaking, because he's speaking as if he regrets not being the one to baby trap this woman in the first place before the original baby daddy before the original baby daddy baby trapped her. It's like he's regretting it. He's regretting that he wasn't the first person there. That is his regret. And why do you even have people in your cycle advising you that, oh, you can just baby trap a woman and she will be there forever for you, and no matter what, she will be there and you always have access to her? You have a very shady cycle. Let's address that. You have a very shady cycle. And I do not believe in, oh, you are the odd one out in your cycle. Birds of a feather flock together. Deep down, you, to some extent, you think that way. You just haven't been opportune to be the first baby daddy. That's what I'm seeing in this man's whole rant. Because the company you keep says a lot about you. And that's why you also see that in certain communities and in certain societies, certain things are very rampant. For example, in the Black community, we all know that they have a single parenting problem, mainly a single motherhood problem. There is a lot of single mothers in the Black community. And from what this Black man is saying, that there are people in his cycle advising him on how to get a woman pregnant and trap her with the baby so that he can have constant access to her. It is not surprising how a man from such a community where such advice is going around, that community also have a single motherhood problem, because how many men in the Black community are listening to that advice and taking it immediately? But yet, society will keep on blaming women for this problem. Society will keep on blaming Black women for this problem, as if these Black women are getting pregnant all by themselves.
A lot of women think a man likes them when they talk about having a baby with them. No. That does not equate to them liking you. That equates to them trapping you with no money in their pocket to support a family. Okay? It equates to stupidity. So, that man's talking about a baby. Where's his millions? Where's his home? Where's his property? You know what I'm saying? Y'all just be falling for anything out there.
And I've been knew men were the ones trapping women with babies. That's why I always tell women, don't have any children, or if you just absolutely desire to be a mother, have one. These men do not actually want to be fathers. They don't actually want to be involved. There's a very small percentage of them that actually do. But most of that labor is going to fall on you as the mom. And one will still give you enough freedom, still give you enough opportunity to pour into you and pour into your child. When you start having 3 and 4 and 5, it gets a lot harder for you as a mother, especially if you're doing it by yourself. So there's no use to even listening to these men when they say they want you to have a baby and all this. They're just lying. They just want to slow you down and leave you holding the bag.
Dudes be saying women trap them like they not the ones that laid there and planted their seed in that woman. You literally put the seed in her and claiming that she trapped you. That's crazy to me. Why do dudes do that? No accountability.
All my life, I've been made to believe that women are out here trapping these men with babies in order to force them to stay in relationships or to force them into getting married to them. Only for me to grow up and realize that, no, it's not really as it seems. Actually, the opposite is the case. And now I get it. I finally understand why. Because think of it. If women grow up thinking that we are the sweats, we are the ones that these men have to be afraid of because men are the ones going around trapping these men with babies in order to get them to stay in the relationship or in order to get these men to marry them, women are not going to have our guards up. We are not going to be so cautious about protecting ourselves from these men because we are thinking, oh, this man doesn't want a child. So if I just do the normal bare minimum to protect myself, maybe by getting a condom or by getting on birth control, I am safe because these men also don't want a child. Not knowing that these men are out here messing with your birth control, poking holes in condoms, stealthing, doing all these things to get you pregnant and trap you. But society will have you believing that you are the threat and you are the problem, so you won't have your guards up against these men. That's why I always say, ladies, you have to be up on your game. You have to protect yourself. Yes, be very proactive when it comes to protecting yourself, because no one else will protect you. Even society will not protect you. Society is out here trying to protect and defend these men. So ladies, you always have to have it in the back of your mind whenever you are dealing with these men to protect yourself, protect your womb, protect your interests. Thanks for staying to the end of the video. Remember to give it a thumbs up if you found it interesting and subscribe to the channel to support me. Also, don't forget to check out the videos in the playlist right here. Bye.